welcome to another video. Today we're going to be painting something a little bit more abstract and unplanned. So I've got with me an A4 sized canvas paper. I also have a jar of water. I have this little plastic plate thing that I'll be using as a palette. Colours, I'll be using some titanium white, cadmium yellow, hooker's green, crimson red, processed magenta, cadmium red deep. I have a short flat brush, a wide flat brush, a dagger brush. I have a long flat brush, also a kind of smaller flat brush. This is a spray bottle. I'm going to lightly spray this canvas paper. I actually don't know how well it can hold water. This is the first time I'm going to be trying this technique. Okay, dab some colour. So I'm going to dab some crimson, like so. Get some of that cadmium red. And then I'm going to grab some of that hooker's green, a little bit of the cadmium yellow, so I kind of just want to see how the colours are going to melt and blend together. I'm just going to spray wherever it's gone a bit dry. Processed magenta, I've forgotten. Whoa, that's a big blob. Okay. I'm going to add some white as well. And this white, I'm going to add it next to the pinks. So this is the reds, so that it actually becomes pink when we blend it. Okay. And I'm just going to be starting off with the yellow and kind of using my brush, kind of bring in the paint. So I'm kind of just flattening that yellow that we've got there, and then I'm going to go for the pink. I'm just kind of using these broad kind of strokes. And then just kind of emptying my brush wherever I can. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the green. And the red is going to tone that down slightly. So it's going to make the green a little bit more muted, which is exactly what I want. Okay, so now we've ended up with this kind of really big, kind of bold stroking. I want to go in with that, and I'm going to go in with some white, and we're going to soften that up. So I've just cleaned my brush through, and now I'm going to go in with white wherever I want it to be more bright. And I'm going to slowly just pop a little bit of some yellow as well, and then maybe some more white. And I'm gonna go in with a blending brush, makeup blending brush, and I'm gonna slowly start to blend those colors out. So we kind of get this softer not going to wet the brush. I'm just going to be drying it on, kind of removing excess paint onto the cloth. And this is just so that we have smoother areas as well as more bold and vibrant. Grabbing my flat brush, I'm going to pop some processed magenta and a little bit of white. And I'm just going to start adding some smaller petals. I'm going to do the same with the crimson red and some white. This time I'm going to do I'm going to angle my brush slightly different. So I'm going to kind of go up. I'm just kind of going in and adding wherever I kind of feel like I want to add some strokes. Some places I actually really like the way the paint has come together, so I'm going to kind of leave that exposed. I'm going to go in with my dagger brush and I'm going to get some of the yellow. This is completely intuitive based, so I am purely just reacting as I go. I'm going to grab that with the dagger brush and let's see where we end up. Might end up here. Okay. Wherever I kind of see yellow, I'm going in and adding that onto the background as well. And then you can kind of add these squiggly lines. Kind of like the way they look against all of the strokes. I kind of just like adding these little lines to okay. We're just, you know, layering things slowly by slowly. Then I am going to go in and do some different pinks. So I'm going to go for the might do a little bit of yellow mixed in with the orange, and then some white. We get this kind of get the little dotty. Just kind of stamping. Kind of do these little 3-petal flowers. Probably need some more white. Everything is quite dark, so just kind of going in and also going to go from the other side, and I'm just holding my brush sideways. We're just layering. Add a little bit more. I think I'm going to go for some of the cadmium red. And some white. Kind of like a collage of flowers that we're painting. A wild bouquet. There's no organization. Everything is just painted. I'm just going to keep doing these small petals. And then okay, once it's done, I think we're going to go in and add some of our leaves now. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the bigger brush for the green, and I'm going to put it next to the red, so the red can help to neutralize it a little bit. And then I'm also going to add a tiny bit of yellow, so we get those multi-colored strokes in there. And I'm just going to kind of go in and add these kind of bigger strokes anywhere that I kind of want. I'm going to add a bit more green. Then you can go in using the side of the brush and kind of add in slightly smaller strokes. They don't have to be as big. Okay, and then I think we're going to go in, add some white into this green, and I'm going to go back in with my long flat brush. I'm going to go and add some bright green to it. So this is like a wild flower bouquet. Everything is just everywhere. It is color, it's bold, and I just love the looseness of it. Now I'm going to go in with some yellow. I'm gonna do some dots. These are kind of bigger ones, and then I'll also go and do some sprinkles as well, so we get more organic. And this is just great because you can make this look any way you want, and the process is the same. You can use different colors, different brushes, different techniques. You could do it with a sponge, or you could do it with kind of anything that you want to experiment with. You could use something from your kitchen. Like, there's no right or wrong way to paint abstract, which to me is the biggest beauty about it. This is why I say abstract is perfect for beginners, because anyone can kind of play and experiment with paint. So I've just added some water to the yellow, and I'm now going to go in several parts of my painting and add some sprinkles. I'm not going everywhere. I kind of want it to be focused on certain points and less in others. And I'm going to go in with some white and my dagger brush. And I'm going to go on top of that yellow. Kind of just going in and pulling where I've added the white, and taking it through. And do a few more on this side. And I think we're going to leave it there. And this is the results of the final painting. I really hope you enjoyed today's abstract lesson. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and give me a follow, and I'll see you in the next video.